The entertainment is okay if it is not too much, but it costs your time, your lifetime. Welcome to this video. I'd like to talk about the pros and the cons of digital media. For many years, I was actually against digital media in general. It was even before I was meditating, because I could see when I was learning for something at the college, it was not easy to concentrate when always SMS came. You remember SMS? SMS was before WhatsApp, but sometimes, or some people still use it. And earlier, it even costs money to send an SMS. So nowadays, where everything is for free, people write even more and more messages appear and more pop-ups, and bling, 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 and everything is stealing me, my concentration when I want to read a book or when I want to concentrate or do anything else. And therefore, I didn't like it. And when I was starting with meditation 10 years ago, or when I was starting more intense with meditation, this was about 7 or 8 years ago, I also rejected digital media. So because, it's confusing and you don't want to be confused, you want to concentrate on a meditation. And so, you know what I mean? But there's also a good aspect of digital media. Otherwise, you couldn't see me here, I wouldn't be here. And therefore, I want to now, today, bring a comparison between the pros and the cons of digital media. When I say digital media, I actually mean all of that stuff. I not just mean social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. I also mean video games, news, and YouTube videos, but not that like this one which are useful. I mean that kind of videos which are more or less just entertaining and not bring real knowledge. But also entertaining is not bad per se. You will see it and find it out in this video. Let's start with the positive thing, with the pros. Digital media, in my opinion and from my experience, is actually like a Swiss Army knife. You know a Swiss Army knife? Swiss Army knife is a knife which has not just a knife, which has also other tools, like a screwdriver. Or you can open a beer with it. You can open any can with a Swiss Army knife. And this is what actually a smartphone also is, because it's not like a knife. You can't cut things with it. I mean, the point is that you can do several things with it. Earlier with telephones, we could just telephone, and if you had luck and you had this mobile one, you could write an SMS. But nowadays, you can use the GPS and find to a place. You can read the news with the same smartphone. You can watch out for the weather next week. You can use it as a clock and a calendar. Very useful and very simple. And of course, you can call. And even you can, through voice over IP, you can call your best friends on the other side of the world. Call for free nowadays. And this is what I mean when I say it's like that knife, which has so many functions. Yes, it's very useful, and that's the good part of it. And even the unuseful stuff is sometimes useful for relaxing. For example, when you watch a movie or you play a small game, if it is not too much, it is useful and you can use it. You watch a video, not a useful video like this, which is about meditation, with not a useful channel like this, which is about meditation. Also, I mean, this cat videos or kind of like things, they are actually useless, but they are good for relaxation. So this is the positive part of the smartphone, which I can see. But exactly at this point with the entertainment, we can switch to the other side, to the contra side, to the cons. The entertainment is okay if it is not too much, but it costs your time, your lifetime. The more often you sit in front of digital media and use it in whatever you do, and in not useful ways, you waste your time. You forget the real life. You are there in this digital thing. Your thoughts are there. You are creating thoughts, even negative thoughts. People pay billions of money when you count it on a global level for watching horror movies, for watching negative things every day. They pay for fill their mind up with negativity. And at the same time, they also fill up their subconscious mind, and the subconscious is kind of naive and can't differ what's real and what's not. And that's the next problem. Whatever it sees, it believes that's the truth. And when you are just watching horror movies, your subconscious mind always thinks you are in the horror movie. But that's another point, maybe another video about this soon. But today, let's go further with the cons. The next negative aspect of digital media is that it confuses. I already said it in the beginning. Entertainment is good and not wrong, and all the other stuff, what you can do with the smartphone and with, I mean also tablets and all that stuff. But this overstimulation is the problem. You don't get inner peace. And then when you want to try to meditate and you are overstimulated from watching all this stuff and hearing all this stuff, and then you want to meditate and want to calm down, and it's still working and remembering things and maybe also being confused on an emotional level from this, what you have heard or what you have, maybe bad news or so, and then meditation doesn't work. So don't fill up your mind and your subconscious mind with all that stuff. And even the good things, with course good emotions, also confuse you. To be too excited is also not good all the time. And most people want to be excited all the time. They drink the coffee from the morning and all over the day again and again, and watching things and doing and just action, 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 action. And they forget the balance between action and relaxation. And so when there is no balance, then it breaks. And it also causes boredom. You can see it when you try to meditate, but even if you don't meditate, you know it when you are overstimulated from that digital media, whatever it is. You will see that when you stop it, suddenly you are bored. For example, students at school, at home, they are playing with their smartphone, maybe the old smartphone from their parents, some give them, the children, and they are playing all the time. And when they then come to school, and there is just a teacher in the front speaking, and this appears very monotone when you compare it what they do in their free time. And suddenly they can't follow, they can't concentrate because they are overstimulated all the time. And then at school they have the problems. But the truth is, today we must learn to bear the monotony, to deal with the silence, to deal with the emptiness. When you can't live with that, and there will situations appear in your life where you have to deal with boredom and what you think what's boring. From an awareness, when someone is overstimulated, things seem boring, but they actually are not, because they are not focused, they are not in the here and now. They are always thinking, oh, what can I do the next thing in my smartphone? But they are not in the now, never when you are on the screen. And they have to find back to their self, to their real self, that they can really be aware about their life and really enjoy the life in the here and now, and not always on the screen, because it's not long enjoying, because it overstimulates you, and then you need more, and then you need more intensive stuff and more emotional stuff and more and more and more, and it will never end, because this overstimulating process has to do with the ego, which always wanted more and which always wanted more exciting emotions, and and it will never stop. And you will be more and more bored when you are missing and you want more, and this is overstimulation. And this is not healthy. And therefore, it is better to meditate or do things of monotony, even if it is work or something, not just meditating, not just sitting there. You can also do things, not, you know, not only useful things like cleaning the room or so, but also during driving the car, you can drive without music and concentrate and focus and try to stay in the here and now while driving. Or even in the bus, when you not have to drive and be active, and when you can drive passive, this is even better, to try to focus the moment, to watch out of the window, to really focus where you are, who you are, to observe yourself, to observe your ego especially, to find yourself through this, in a distance, through this here and now. And through other meditation methods, which you can also do while driving with the bus or with the train, instead of watching on the screen all the time when you sit in the train. I hope you could take some aspects with you today. Try it, check it out, have fun. See you in the next video. Bye.